course, when you go to TESDA, you cannot go to college. And when you go to college, you cannot go to TESDA. So,
I see.
So, what
May silo sila.
yeah, they're silos talaga.
Yeah.
That's how they operate. So, we're thinking of pushing a council, a council headed by the president, so that the president will be the chief educator of our country, dictating and creating the vision for the entire education system, so that these three will talk, and there's a direction that we want to go. For example, I'll give you a specific example.
Please.
Teachers. In order to improve learner outcomes, you need to have good teachers. But teachers come from our colleges, which is beyond beyond DepEd's reach. No?
Yes, you're
so
right.
you need to have that continuum and that direction from the top, so that all of these things will be seamless and put together.
So there's a disconnect here.
There's a disconnect.
You know, honestly, this is the first time I hear this. I'm so glad we raised this issue. Honestly, I want to talk, and we'll talk about that shortly. Now, I mean, we want to talk about investments and a lot of other issues or relations with China, among others. But this is, to be honest, probably even more important. I'll be honest, because as a nation, you're not going to be dynamic and robust if you don't solve this education. So one of the things you identified is bureaucratic alignment and cohesiveness among these different branches of our educational institutions. Yeah. Okay, so that's one thing. And is there any move in that direction to fix that?
Well, the proposal is to come up with what we call a National Education Council, so headed by the president, and then, of course, the three main branches will be there, and also the private sector. We also need to make sure that the private sector is part of the education system. At the end of the day, we're producing the future workforce of our country.
So they're invested in it. That's human capital good for business.
That the workforce will seamlessly go into the industries or to the corporations. And those corporations, the skills that they will learn, the knowledge that they will learn, are useful to the corporations. Because there's also a big issue on job skills mismatch. And the only way to solve that is to make sure that the private sector is part of the education system.